in your pockets, you got a lot of nerve to be optimist. I guess I bit off more than I can chew. Let's not excuse my tardiness. I like to apologize to my audience. Not like I've been partying, promise not being fraudulent. I've been in homestead like a privatizing Rothbardian. Part of a parliament, that's a problem. I plan on abolishing. Cause a raw, cause I'll best the friggin' product you all are in. And all that talking, I ain't buying what you offering. You about as intimidating and soft as what your daughter is.
Putin to be tried for war crimes, and Elon Musk making the bag on Twitter. And Hotep starting in a minute.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Cannon Hotep back at it again. Happy you could join me on this wonderful, let's say happy Wednesday. I'm a happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm happy you can join me on this wonderful Monday evening. April 4th, 2022. We had a couple things hit the news today. We're going to talk about it. But first, hit that like, hit that share button. Let's share this video out. Let's share this stream out. Let people know we live. Help me beat this algorithm. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Go back, check out my catalog. I'm sure you'll like it. I really do appreciate it. So tonight we're going to talk about so old Joe Nicholslick wants Putin to face war crimes for the Bucha killings, the Bucha killings. I don't know how you pronounce it. You know, we're going to talk about that. Also, Elon Musk is now the majority stakeholder in Twitter. Go figure, right? Go figure. And we're also going to touch base on, we're going to, with Pasky, what Saki like to say, we're going to circle back. We're going to circle back to the, what's her name? Ketanji Brown Jackson, the Supreme Court nominee. We're gonna circle back to that because some news hit with that today. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. You know, let me know how I'm doing. You know, I really appreciate that. Like I said, likes is free. Leave a comment. Help me beat this algorithm. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? But who we got in the building? So right now we got Sauce the Prophet. What's up, man? Sauce the Prophet in the building. What's good? What's good? And we got my man Svenstead. Welcome back, Svenstead. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Let's get these likes up, people. Anyway. So the first story we're going to start off with is Elon Musk from the Wall Street Journal. Elon Musk takes surprise 9% stake in Twitter, sending shares higher. Tesla CEO in recent weeks has said he was considering starting a rival social media company of his own. Check it out. Check it out. Of course, I got to subscribe. But check it out. Elon Musk discloses a 9% stake in Twitter Inc., turning one of the social media company's most famous users into the largest shareholder. The surprise move sent Twitter stock up 27% Monday, its largest one-day percentage gain in record. Though little is known about Mr. Musk's intentions. Tesla Inc. chief executive has previously revealed that the attention from his more than 80 million Twitter followers and criticized the service broadly. So basically, Musk put out a tweet a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, saying, you know, asking a question like, do y'all think that Twitter's upholding freedom of speech? You know, basically yes and no, right? And, you know, overwhelmingly, everybody said, no, they're not. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, hey, yeah, they're not. We know they're not. You know, a lot of us getting shadow banned. A lot of our stuff getting, you know, taken down or putting these disclaimers on there, or they're suspending us for saying things that, you know, they deem community violations against community guidelines, or whatever the fuck they like to call it. You know what I mean? Which is ridiculous to me. You know, ridiculous to me. You know, but you know, I digress. Let's see something real quick. Go back over here to the Washington Post. Let's do the Washington Post. Get rid of this. Elon Musk became the largest shareholder of Twitter on Monday, setting the platform up for potential political showdown over his efforts to limit harmful content. Y'all see how they try to do it? Efforts to firebrand. Tesla chief executive has indicated that he sees hastening to turn towards censorship. I mean, he's not wrong. They're censoring the hell out of us. The surprise investment, which comes days after questioning the company's commitment to free speech and suggesting he might start his own social platform, sent Twitter stock soaring. While it was not immediately clear what role Musk plans to play, analysts speculated he may try for an activist restructuring that could change the way Twitter policies, its platform, as well as who it banishes. Hey, do that mean, you know, Alex Jones and Donnie T coming back? You know, does that mean that Farrakhan gets to come back? You know, because between Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, they've been censoring, unpopular opinion since what, 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. I think it's time for a regime change. I think it's time for a change. Thing is though, how do you go about that? That's my question. Look like, Elon Musk is trying to infiltrate the ranks of Twitter and change it from the inside is what it seems like to me, but we don't know. We're trying to say this is what he's trying to do. He has some master plan or some shit like that, but it could very well be not the case. For all we know, he could have just was like, hey, I'm popular and I'm rich. All I gotta do is make a statement and buy some Twitter stock, send that shit soaring, make the bag, and then get out. For all we know, that could be where he's at, where his head is, or he could really legitimately be like, you know what, they're trampling all over the First Amendment. Let me go and help him, with my billions of dollars and help set things straight. Because realistically, how realistic is it? Like honestly, how realistic is it that he starts his own social media platform? I mean, it's possible. We still waiting for Truth Social to fucking open the gates. You know what I mean? They don't look like that's going to happen no time soon. You know, then you got, you know, sites like Gab who got a complete smear campaign ran on them by the big, you know, the big tech social media companies, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see what it is that Mr. Musk has in store for us. Like I said, it could just be nothing. He could have just used his name and his influence to pump a stock, make the bag, and then jump out. But we'll find out. We'll see. It's going to be real interesting. Let's head over to the chat. Who we got over here? Steph Colonel, what's the deal? What's the deal? Welcome, 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 welcome. Cassius Cam in the building. Cassius Cam in the building. Lost the Prophet. Elon working on the grift of the century. Facts. Cassius Cam. We need Elon to invest in Men of Order. Who you telling, man? You know what I mean? We need him to invest definitely. You know what I mean? Stuff Colonel, I think it's an elaborate troll. Facts. Facts. I agree. I agree. I don't know. You know, like I said, he could have just, you know, his name carries some weight, a lot of weight, and he got a lot of money. And he said that the shit went up 27% the minute he bought his stocks, which his stocks are valued at 2.8 bill. And then the company went up another 27%. You know what I mean? He can cash out, make that bag. You know what I mean? But yeah, Elon Musk, boy, it could be an elaborate troll. You know, look what he did with Dogecoin. You know what I mean? Interesting. He's an interesting character, yo. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say about that. You know, he's a really interesting character, that Elon Musk. Oh man, I was trying to talk about this earlier today, but you know, when I was coming back from Virginia, not Virginia, but Pennsylvania, and you know, the powers that be always messing with my my streams when I'm in the truck. Man, it sucks. It sucks. Like I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that share button. Let people know we streaming. Let them know we live. Get them in here. You know what I mean? Ahmad Wilson, what's the deal? Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't get my my notifications. You know, I try to put them out earlier and earlier. You know, maybe I need to start putting them out 24 hours before some shit. I don't know, but you know how Twitter, you know how YouTube is. You know how they do me. Yeah, I know how they do me. You know, but you know, let's do this right. Kind of like the polls that come up on YouTube. So I want to know, is Elon Musk trolling? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. And the poll is up. There we go. Let me know what y'all think. Is Elon Musk trolling? I would like to know what you guys think. You know what I mean? Let's see. Also, let people know we're streaming over on Rumble as well. I know some people don't like YouTube. It's cool. Let them know we over on Rumble. Canon Hotep on Rumble. All right. But yeah, you know, oh man, we got Jabaria Judah in the building. What up, Jabari? What's going on? What's going on? But yeah, I'm kind of leaning with Steph. I don't think it's as virtuous as people want to make it out to be. You know what I mean? I don't think he's here to save the day. I think he's here to make a few more dollars. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I don't think Musk is got any real, you know, I don't think he's in it for us. But we won't, you know, only time will tell. Only time will tell if he's in it for us or not. You know what I mean? But yeah, so they said the stock soared like 27%. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know, like right here. His stake's worth nearly 2.9 billion based on the closing price of Twitter on Monday. That's crazy. Now dwarfs that of Dorsey, who only has 2.3% stake. That's crazy. Musk tweeted, "Oh hi, greetings users of the social media app where he makes many of his most erratic and pronouncements, including news about Tesla, where he heads the company. You know, I think, yo, he trolling, yo. He gotta be trolling, yo. He just know he can do it, yo. That's what happened when you got FU money, yo. That's what happened when you got FU money right there. You know what I mean? Demon Hat, what's the deal? What's the deal, bro? Will he use it to influence Twitter or destroy it? Oh, who knows? I just think he's using it to make the bag and troll at the same time, like Steph just said. Yo, he gotta be trolling, yo. He got the money to do it, but that's what happened when you got FU money. That's what happened when you got FU money. You can do shit like that. You can do shit just like what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? Man. Jabario Judah, Elon is an evil villain that people think is good. Shake my head. Could very well be. We don't know. We do not know. You could very Let me see here. There we go. He got that super villain voice. Man, the Demon Hat, I agree. Got a bad feeling about Musk, bro. He has more than 3x the stake of the founder, right? You know what I mean? That's just a fucking power move. That's just, you know, swinging your dick in there, right in his face. You know what I mean? This dude is building a real Skynet and trying to put microchips in your brain. Lost the Prophet, real life Lex Luthor. I can't disagree with you guys. You know what I mean? I can't disagree with you guys. I think you guys got a point. You know, we don't know what to think about Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Because let's not pretend that a lot of his money ain't subsidized by the United States. You know, come on. Let's not pretend that his company not subsidized by the United States. Let's not pretend Twitter wasn't and isn't subsidized by the United States. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say about that. We'll know what he does in the near future, I'm assuming. This might just be a flash in the pan. He just using it to get some more of the bag. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. So a couple weeks ago, we find out that we never trust a white South African. Didn't you watch Lethal Weapons? Oh man, that's funny. Yo, so a couple weeks ago, we were all watching the confirmation hearings of Ketanji Brown Jackson. So we got a little bit of news on it. It looks like she might be on her way to being confirmed for the Supreme Court. So from the New York Times, 2 more Republicans back Jackson as Senate moves toward confirmation. Support of Senators Mitt Romney. Who'd have thought, right? Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, but Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's nomination was a counterpoint to the bitterly partisan confirmation process so far. Let's hear a little bit of this.
Child pornography, in your view, is more of a deterrent to have somebody substantially supervised in terms of their computer use who's looking at child pornography than it is to put them in jail?
Senator, I'm not saying it's more or
That's
less.
exactly what you're saying.
What I'd like to point out is that if we're going to, let me say it this way. Congress has authorized courts to use a number of different means to achieve the purposes of punishment. On the internet, with one click, you can receive, you can distribute tens of thousands. You can be doing this for 15 minutes, and all of a sudden, you are looking at 30, 40, 50 years in prison.
Good. Good.
I understand.
Absolutely
Senator,
good. I hope you are. Good.
Allow her to finish, please.
I hope you go to
So that was one of.
jail.
Let's finish it out.
If you're on the internet trolling for images of children, and all I can say is that your view of how to deter child pornography is not my view. I think you're doing it wrong, and every judge who does what you're doing is making it easier for the children to be exploited.
So that was like a low point, right? I mean, that was the whole thing, right? Now, we all know that if this was Amy Coney Barrett or Kavanaugh, you know, this would have been the scandal of the century, the scandal of the year, you know, circuit judge approves I don't know. Circuit court judge approves light sentencing for kid touchers. You know what I mean? I was trying to search for words that YouTube ain't trying to ban me on. You know how they do. You know. But that was you know, to me that was really telling. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, I'm not a big fan of Lindsey Graham, but I was with him on that. You know, she made it seem like, you know, oh my God, I mean, if you just look at child porn for 15 minutes, you know, you could be facing 50 years. Like, oh, what is you looking for? What is you looking at it for any minutes? So why are you even searching for it? You know what I mean? That's the problem. You know, and I don't care what nobody say. If you looking at that shit, you looking to do something devious, or you've already done something devious. Period. That's how I feel about that. You know, kid touchers need to go to jail. You know what I mean? People that's watching that shit need to go to jail. You know, I would argue that they need their lights turned out. You know, but I'm just saying. You know? Just saying. Let's get back to the story. So, senators on the Judiciary Committee deadlocked 11-11 along party lines in the evenly divided chamber, forcing Democrats to take extra steps in the full Senate to keep Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation to the Supreme Court on track. That's interesting. A nearly unified wall of GOP opposition to Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson cracked slightly on Monday as two more Senate Republicans said they would side with the Democrats in supporting her, paving the way for her confirmation as the first black woman on the Supreme Court. Senators Mitt Romney of Utah and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska joined a third Republican, Susan Collins of Maine, in lending their support to Judge Jackson's defying deep resistance in their party to the nominee. The GOP opposition was underscored anew on Monday when all 11 Republicans on the Judiciary Committee voted against the nomination. Interesting. That prompted Democrats to use an unusual procedure. Always moving that goalpost. I don't know if it's something that you can do or what, or if they just said, fuck it, let's just do it this way. It prompted Democrats to use an unusual procedure to force the nomination out of the deadlock panel, which, with a vote of the full Senate, which agreed to move by a vote of 53-47. The three Republicans gave President Biden at last a modicum of the bipartisan backing he had hoped for ahead of the confirmation, now expected as nearly as Thursday. So they're looking to put her on Thursday, is that right? And it was a counterpoint to the bitterly partisan debate over Judge Jackson, in which Republicans on the Judiciary panel attacked her as a liberal partisan with a questionable record, glossing over her qualifications and experience in hearings that featured the airing of conservative grievances, accusations, leniency toward child sex abusers, I mean, that's a fucking big one, ain't it? Leniency toward child sex abusers. And divisive questions, including how she would define the word woman. Why is that a divisive question? Why is that a divisive question? Like, somebody answer me that. Now, we said this before when we covered this. You know, on his face, it may sound like an innocent question, but no, it's not. You know, because we all know this trans and women's sports shit is going to go to the Supreme Court. We know this, right? It's kind of imperative that we know where she land on this. You know, she couldn't even answer that question. She couldn't even say something shit like, you know, me, I'm a woman. You know, I'm a woman, me. You know, I'm not a biologist was her answer. Remember that? Then she was lenient in every case that she had against Kid Toucher. Nobody really cared about that. Everybody worried about being the first black female on the Supreme Court. That's all they worried about. All they worried about. Just glossing over like the important shit. You know? You know, it's you know, accusations of leniency toward child sex abusers. It wasn't accusations. She fucking did it. She ruled in that way. Divisive questions, including how she would define the word woman. How is that a divisive question? Why is that a divisive question? It's a simple fucking question. In a statement announcing her support for Judge Jackson, Ms. Murkowski, who was not on the committee, said she was backing the nominee in part to reject the corrosive politicization, of the review process for the Supreme Court nominees, which on both sides of the aisle is growing worse and more detached from reality by the year. Not because she was qualified, but in protest to how they do things. Like, you understand this? Not because she's qualified or she's not qualified. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. But I'm sorry. Let's get to this. She also praised the judge's qualifications, which no one questions. We all question it. People question it. She's the most overturned judge in DC. It was questioned, but people wanted to gloss over that because first female black Supreme Court justice. Mr. Romney, in his statement, called Judge Jackson a well-qualified jurist and a person of honor. Her support came after another contentious day in the Judiciary Committee, during which Republicans spent hours vehemently reiterating their opposition to her elevation. The NAACP called the resulting deadlock in the panel a stain on the committee. A stain on the committee. So they basically were saying it's racist. Right? And the Democrats moved immediately to force the nomination to the floor with a vote of the full Senate. Seemed like they wanted to get their way either way. They were going to get their way. It was a deadlock. So instead of, working through that, they were like, fuck it, let's just bring in everybody and we'll get the votes that way. They knew that Romney and Murkowski and Collins would more than likely vote that way. They knew that. Period. That's why they did what they did. You know what I mean? They just completely just glossed over the glaring issues. So they don't seem racist. Queen D, what up, what up, what up? Maybe you could join us. Jabari Judah Mormon Mid is also Team Matt. Man. Yeah, I mean, I remember a couple stories going around of him, doing whatever he do. You know what I mean? Queen D, you thought Mitt had some potential? Mitt, in my opinion, Mitt been showing his true colors since 2012. You know what I mean? against Obama back then. People sell out. You know, everybody got a price. Queen D. You know, Swinstead, one trip to the wall. Yeah. You know, take them down South Carolina where they just reinstated fucking firing squads. Why not? All kid touchers should be taken to South Carolina where they'll face a firing squad. You know, they don't get to choose. That's what they get. Sauce to profit. Dems always using unusable procedures. Facts. Always got something under their sleeve. That's right, Queen D. Hey, Jay, you in the building? Jabari said he needs you about the date on Thursday. Okay. We might have to make that happen. I'll holler at him. Hotep's been told you that she's only going to be a stamp for the liberal agenda. Yes, she is. They're going to get her through, bro. Look, they already did. A lot of agendas lately dealing with the children. Hey, who you telling? I believe Mitt isn't seeking re-election after his term is up. Mitt is going to be working on CNN. He might be, bro. Everything is racist, but nothing to protect the children. Mitt is going to be working at Disney. But this shit's crazy, y'all. And you're right. It's a lot of shit, a lot of agenda going on with these kids, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You got fucking Disney saying they're taking the boys and girls signs off of the bathrooms, which make it seem to me that they just gonna let anybody and everybody use whatever bathroom. You know, that's gonna be a fucking kid toucher's paradise at that point. How many kids you heard of being pulled into bathroom by fucking kid touchers? Now Disney want to take the signs off the thing? You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know, also they said that 50% of their cast for all their shows and movies and stuff now will have to be a part of the alphabet community. Now that begs the question, right? That begs the question. So that means that's incentivizing kids and kind of peer pressuring, or not peer pressure, but pressuring kids into identifying as the alphabet, right? Identifying as the alphabet just to get a movie role or a TV role. How many kids out here want to be a Disney star, a Disney kid, and all this other shit? You know. And if it ain't the kids that decide to identify as something like that, no, as the alphabet to get a role, you know the parents going to coerce them. So we got a bunch of ancient parents out here. You know, it's sad. It's a sad fact of reality. And I don't think Disney should be able to get away with that. I mean, I get it, they're a private company and all this other stuff, but we need to vote with our wallet. We need to vote with our feet, and we need to vote with our, you know, our attention. You know, if that's what they're going to do. We need to boycott Disney. Need to stop watching Disney shit. Disney come out with a movie. Disney want to turn around here and make a fucking LGBT or alphabet Captain America and start rewriting characters and shit like that. Fuck them. Disneyland, you got, you know, you taking the boys and girls signs off of the doors of the bathrooms. You asking for trouble. And that's why we'll cover it another time. That's why Ron DeSantis is going after Disney. That's why Ron DeSantis is going after Disney. We'll even use here we go. Just real quick. DeSantis may revoke Disney's self-governing status over Don't Say Gay feud. Even the fucking New York Post is using that term. You know what I mean? Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said he would be open to stripping Walt Disney Company of its self-governing status over its public opposition to the recently enacted Don't Say Gay law. They can't stop using that. You know what I mean? DeSantis has been at loggerheads with his estate, with his state largest employer over the parental rights and education bill, which prohibits teachers from discussing LGBTQ topics like sexual orientation or gender identity with students unless they're in the 4th grade or higher. All right. Disney has alienated a lot of people now, DeSantis told reporters in West Palm Beach on Thursday. He should penalize them for this shit. You know, the fact that they still calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, further demonizing a bill that shouldn't even be a fucking bill. Why do you need a bill to give parents domain over their children? We wrote this bill so parents can have a say in what their kids learn in school. What creepy motherfucker want to teach kids about sex in kindergarten? The bill only go to 3rd grade. Bill need to go into like junior year or some shit like that. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, they got some agenda. I remember a few years back they had the TED Talk where they wanted to add the P to the LGBT shit. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm telling you. You know. Queen D, stop spending at Walt Disney. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Prince of Alba, what's up? Happy you back. What up, Handy Bob? Handy Bob, what's up? After seeing what happened to with Orlando Brown, I don't see how anyone would want to be a Disney kid. Facts. Or a Nickelodeon kid. Dan Schneider was doing some shit too. Stop spending with Disney. Yeah. Yeah. You know. Alex Romero dropping $3 billion is crazy. Yeah, Elon is the fucking he the GOAT right now. Demon that Elon will make that back in no time. Argument he made it back already. The fucking stock jumped 27%. You know what I mean? Especially now that everything is reopening. Yeah. What's self-governing status? That's a good question. That's a good question. Let's check it out. Yo, Dia Blaze in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know what self-governing status is. Let's see something. So it says, in 1967, Florida created the Reedy Creek Improvement District, a semi-private independent governing entity controlled by Disney. It gave the company the power to approve construction projects for its theme parks, as well as build and manage the necessary infrastructure to support its operations. So basically, it looks like the district was also empowered to levy its own taxes. Oh my God. And then use the revenue to build public service and maintain roadways and bridges. So it sounds like fucking Disney's the Vatican. God damn, Disney is District of Columbia out this bitch. That's what it is. So Disney is its own little fucking city or state is what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Yeah, take that shit away from them. You know what I mean? If they play ball then. Like, people expect people to play fair, play by the rules, but the Republicans don't. The Republicans don't play fair. They don't play by the rules. You know? You sitting there trying to play with regulated boxing or fight with regulated boxing gloves, but these shits is got cement in them. They shit got plaster in them. You know what I mean? Demon that. So Disney has its own country in Florida, basically. You know? Shit's sad, man. We gotta protect our children out here, people. You know, stay in your kids' ear, man. Find out what they learn in school every day, and if you gotta deprogram them, man. Straight up. But anyway, let's get to our next, our last actual topic. Biden, Putin should face war crimes. Trial for Bucha killings, Bucha killings. I don't know how you pronounce that. Joe Biden on Monday called for Vladimir Putin to be tried for war crimes and said he'll seek more sanctions against Russia after what he described as outrageous atrocities around Kiev. One of the president's top advisors said the Russians had exacted a horrible toll before making a pell-mell retreat from around Ukraine's capital to regroup for dangerous forays some elsewhere. So check it, right? So what I was hearing of what I read earlier is that they were raping and pillaging. They were saying that the Russian soldiers were raping and pillaging, right? Now, we all know that we can't believe half of what we see, and we can't believe none of what we hear. We got to do our own research, right? So I got to look into this some more, right? Because I just heard about this whole thing with the war crimes, with the raping and pillaging, right? Now, when I first heard it, I immediately go, is it Russia or is it the Azov battalion doing this? You know what I mean? Is it Russia or is it Azov battalion? You know, so check this. And not 2 seconds after I thought that, I see a tweet from Mike Cernovich. Team Ukraine is posting photographs of Azov war crimes and falsely attaching those actions to Russia. How utterly embarrassing it is, as so many conservatives are falling for this stuff. You're being allied with neo-Nazis and don't realize it. It's crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, you know, you got these pictures. My brother sent me this from the town of Bucha, northwest of Kiev. The amount of dead citizens. Hey, look at this. I don't want to show it because you know how YouTube get. Now, look at this. Look at this dude. Ukrainian intelligence has published the names, ranks, and passport details of Russian soldiers who fought in Bucha in order to help identify them for prosecution of war crimes. How they got any of that fucking information? How does Ukraine have any of that fucking information? Gotta ask yourself these things. You got the names, passports of the Russian soldiers that did this. How do you got those? I mean, it sounds like another babies in the incubator debacle. Another way to try to get the West over there to help, what it sound like to me. But I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. Something smells fishy to me as far as this is concerned. You know? French Revolver, BS. You think it's BS, bro? Svenstead. The 30, the last soldier left. The 31, the mayor of the town say the Russians left and all is good on the one. Some Azov boys come in the 3 war crimes, huh? Sound like Sven said saying what we saying. What I'm saying. Toss a profit. Look here, buddy, you can't be going infinity beyond. We have limits here. You still talking about Disney, y'all crazy. Queen D. The more Biden tries to talk tough, we the people pay the price. No food, no gas. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. James, what's up? Welcome, James. Why would Russia do this and give NATO an excuse to intervene? Facts. Telling you guys, I feel like this is another babies in the incubator event. Like I always say, watch for the hook. Anyway, that's all the time I got for tonight. You know, just thought I'd bring some of these things to your attention, touch base with you guys. I'm happy you could join me tonight. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. I really appreciate it. Help me beat this algorithm. Share this stream, share the replay. If you're here watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You know, give me some criticism. I could use it, you know? But anyway, what Cannon speaks, it's Cannon Hotep saying, stay well, stay strapped, and don't let the tail wag the dog. I'll holler at you guys.